Chris here, new video, new day, second day of actually trying to like make videos. And I just thought about something. I was really tired today, exhausted from the gym. I'm trying to basically switch up my health, my sleep schedule, since it's been affecting me since I came to Japan. I jet lagged so fucking hard. It's been 10 months and I haven't gotten like a good routine schedule for like weeks. Every time on the weekend or something like that, I'd be going off doing something late at night or drinking or whatever, and it has not worked out for me. No matter if you're an introvert or extrovert, have like waking up when the sun rises and going to sleep when the sun goes down is probably the healthiest fucking thing you can ever do, simply because it's just natural to your body, just natural to your senses. And someone who lives in Japan and has seen like the nightlife and everything else, those people probably got used to it, but they're not as physical active as you think they are. They're not as sharp as you think they are in certain ages. Like there's a time when your concentration, your energy spikes throughout the day, and it's usually in the morning or usually at night. And which one are you? Which one are you trying to be? That's is one I'm trying to change now, is being a morning person, because I have a morning job and I have morning time is really important because it sets my mood throughout the day. And if you're like that, then do that as well. And I think I know a reason why, as to why. So first of all, I am a Marine. I've been a Marine for like past year and a half or so. That's my first job ever. My second job ever, but we don't count a both job. And as a 20-year-old, I've come from the digital era, right? The internet and stuff like that. And I just thought about something. What is the opposite of let's say, let's get a bit of the dark. What's the opposite of suicide? Salvation. What's the opposite of giving up? Keep on trying till you succeed. What's the opposite of addiction? Hope. Relief. Peace within yourself. And so that gave me kind of a crazy idea, because I highly don't recommend people that are going have done bad habits, like watching porn or jerking off, or done some sort of activity that kind of brings them back and makes them a little worse. And I'm someone who needs to have a really good routine, because from what I've noticed this past 10 months is I haven't been consistent. I haven't been as creative as I wanted to be, simply because I can give myself a billion excuses, but I won't know to your reason why. It's simply because I never sat myself down and forced myself to think all day, every day, till I got bored, I got tired, and I just thought oh, my body is just tired. I just listen to my body, listen to your brain, little boy saying, oh, just wait it out, go to work, or do something else, go play a video game, do that. And guess what? Since I've been 9 years old, exactly 9 was a very, very special age for me, because I was an internet as a 9-year-old. And over time you get desensitized to porn, addictions, and stuff like that. Same thing kind of happened to me. I probably have more watch time on a tablet or a phone than I've done probably in real life by now, which is a big chunk. It's a big chunk, the amount of times that I've lived inside my head watching something. And that gave me a crazy idea that maybe all those times that I've been watching that someone has watched porn, or someone has been going off, right? If you give it all this time and you actually quit those habits for that longest time, something crazy might happen. I don't know, maybe you regain the power to feel great again. Maybe things will start coming at you. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, right? But all that time that you could just spend not doing those things, could have just spent into someone else, creative works, your job, making more money, doing something on YouTube, right? And for someone who's a big overthinker, right? I have tons of books. I've read a lot of journals. And most of the time is like me talking about my energy, how I feel when I was like living alone, right? Because you have yourself, you have people, you have your body, and then you have the bad thing, which is uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen every day, so you try your best to live your life as sometimes as comfortable as you are, but that's where things kind of go wrong if you keep doing it for so long. It's because you never grow, you never step out of your mindset, you never actually try to tackle the problems that you have. And and to do that is like you gotta like dive deep into your biggest fears. Like, what is it that you want to get out of life, right? For me, at least, is quitting my habits forever, quitting my bad habits forever. It is going outside and probably getting more friends, talking to more people, growing on Instagram, making good content, being creative, maybe even write like a book, maybe even um, hit like fucking 315 on the bench this year, which I probably could since I'm now like probably like at 265. Which I'm very proud of that. And 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 by next year, I'll hit my second year in the Marine Corps, and I'll be in a much better place than I was ever as a first generation. And that goes through to say that your environment plays a huge role. And the environment that I'm right now, kinda, and at the same time, does not reflect who you are. Simply because some of us are given the freedom to live alone, some of us are not. Some of us are kind of like judged by, they kind of like influenced by others. But you always can make the choice to do work. And then I thought, what about like, what if all this sadness that I've been feeling, all this loneliness, and all of that, it's like a, it's like a call, like a deep call of your consciousness telling you like, hey bro, you wasted so many years, you wasted so much time doing those things that really you should have just stopped after you realized it was bad. You should have just sit down in a room, relax, just close your eyes and think of the positive things. That's how you build a stronger mindset, and that's how you not fall into bad habits. Is by simply doing the things that you enjoy and always running away from the lust, the fear. Well, sometimes you have to tackle the fear, but you have to run away from lust. It's the only way. And like, what does God has to say about this, right? He says that like you must run and seek refuge. You must seek refuge somewhere. Either your peace time, or you're at work, either like talking to someone. Simply because it's a very like natural thing as well. Like, we have in our hand probably like the biggest form of like access to everywhere, and it makes sense. Like someone who's been addicted to all those bad habits for the past like 11 years just happens to probably rewire my brain. And and we're still so new to like technology, so I kind of just wanted to share that. Like, what if I actually spend all that time actually building something else, right? What if I actually not made it like a daily fight, more like a daily like like a relief of all the things that I've done, because I pushed myself past those limits. I've done the things that I thought were gonna bring me happiness when I saw those illusions, and it never like gave anything lasting. Even when I went to real life and actually tried to do those things, I was kind of like I was so tired that nothing really like was hitting me 100% right. So I'm gonna start doing a challenge. I'm gonna keep y'all updated of how I'm doing, and staying consistent on YouTube as well, because I'm really damn tired today. But I still wanted to make this video because there's like 3 things that you can do to better up your health, no matter what you are, no matter what your mental state is, no matter what illness you have, no matter what these are the 3 things that you can do, which is fix your sleep like rhythm, like the moment you wake up, the moment you go to fall asleep. fix that, because I've been going like wobbly. Like every week I would go to sleep late and sometimes earlier like that. I never like actually set up like a time to sleep. I used to do that before, and I was feeling fine. I was feeling energetic. But now that I'm like working in the military, working in Japan, it's like I some days I slept more, some days I went out and got drunk, whatever, and I realized how much it impacted my body. At the same time that I was going to the gym for like 4 days a week and stuff like that, and and listening to and then when I listened to my body this like past like 10 months, um, I realized like how much it was telling me like I was doing something wrong. This is Andres. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.